Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the GameLab Console, one of the most talked about retro handhelds of 2026. You've probably seen the ads everywhere: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all promising a device loaded with over 15,000 classic games, smooth performance, a bright IPS display, long battery life, and emulation support all the way up to PlayStation, N64, PSP, and more. Basically, they're selling it as the ultimate nostalgia machine. But like I always tell you, marketing is one thing, and real-world performance is another. So today, we're cutting through the hype to find out whether the GameLab is actually worth your money, or if it's just another cheap clone with a flashy website. Let's start with the basics. The GameLab Console is a compact handheld that looks pretty appealing at first glance. The design resembles a lot of generic retro emulators coming out of China: plastic shell, 3.5-inch IPS screen, simple D-pad, ABXY layout, shoulder buttons, and a couple of menu keys. It's lightweight and comfortable enough to use for short gaming sessions. Turn it on, and instantly, you're greeted with thousands of games already preloaded. No setup, no firmware installs, no SD card formatting. It's completely plug-and-play. So for people who want something that just works out of the box, this part is definitely a win. Now on to performance, and this is where things get interesting. For older retro consoles, the GameLab actually does a respectable job. NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, Neo Geo, classic arcade games, all of these run smoothly with minimal issues. The screen looks sharp for the price, colors are vibrant enough, and the sound quality is decent. For 2D retro gaming, it really does deliver that nostalgia hit. But when we start talking about more demanding systems, the cracks begin to show. PlayStation 1 games are hit or miss. Some run well, others suffer from noticeable frame drops, audio desync, odd freezing moments, or slowdown during busy scenes. It's playable, but nowhere near the smooth performance the ads claim. Move up to N64 and PSP, and things get worse. Many N64 titles lag heavily, crash mid-game, or simply refuse to launch. PSP games, which require much stronger hardware, often skip frames, break audio, or fail entirely. So if you're buying this expecting high-end retro emulation, you will be disappointed. Now, let's talk about build quality. This is where the GameLab really shows its budget nature. The plastic shell feels cheap and hollow, and while some units have OK buttons, others arrive with mushy or stiff controls. Shoulder buttons, in particular, feel flimsy. After a few weeks of use, some players report buttons sticking or losing responsiveness altogether. Battery life is another issue. The marketing claims 8 to 12 hours, but realistically, you can expect 3 to 4 at best, and that's with moderate brightness and lighter games. Several buyers report battery swelling, random shutdowns, and charging ports that stop working after a short time. Customer service problems are also common. People frequently mention slow shipping, lack of tracking updates, missing packages, incorrect items, and sellers who stop responding once the purchase is complete. Refunds are difficult, and replacements are rarely honored. And, of course, we can't ignore the fact that the 15,000 game library is built entirely on unlicensed ROMs. That's illegal, unregulated, and often inconsistent. Some games are duplicated, mislabeled, broken, or incomplete. It's messy. So after testing everything, here's the truth. If you just want something super cheap to casually play old 2D games, the GameLab isn't the worst option. It does deliver some quick nostalgia. But if you're expecting reliable performance, strong build quality, long battery life, or proper emulation of 3D systems, This device is absolutely not worth the money. There are far better alternatives, and this one leans much more towards cheap clone than premium retro handheld.